All right. Well, I'm so glad to be back here with everybody. Let me get my screen settled. Happy to see y'all's lovely faces. Tell me something good. Tell me something either great about what you did over the holidays or something good you got going forward, something in the new year you're looking forward to. Let's just share together this morning. Not everybody at once.
I'll go. I have two.
Okay.
So one that this was your first Christmas in your new house.
Yes.
And that's very exciting. And it was my first Christmas in my new house that I bought this summer. So those are my good things. That's double.
Yeah. Makes it extra special.
It really does.
Anybody else have something that Santa brought them that they want to tell us about? Any exciting gifts?
My husband actually surprised me this year.
Okay.
He got me a laptop.
Yay!
A Surface Pro.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
These menus on this Zoom, I tell y'all what. Okay. Anyway, I just can't wait till we're back in person in the room together. I just look forward to that. All right, let's move on. We have a delightful business meeting planned today. Did you guys know that so far, this is up to November, KW Montgomery has given back $47,193 back to our agents in profit share, which is record breaking for the history of the company, and we haven't even finished the year yet. So as we close out the month of December and we transmit, we're looking forward to see us hopefully break through the threshold of $50,000, because that would just be phenomenal to be able to say. Although the 47,000 is not too bad either. So I'm not complaining yet. I'm excited to see us break through that threshold. And so that's something to celebrate. If you are somebody participating in profit share, it's extra exciting for you, right? Because you're getting that deposit into your account. If you're not, let's make a plan for 2021 to be sure that you are one of the people receiving the profit share back, okay? So just let me know if you have any questions about it or if you want to strategize. I know that that's something that our growth committee is going to be looking into, and how to make sure everybody is aware on how to grow their profit share, and that passive income can help everybody and have a little extra money month over month. 21st is a great day when you get money deposited into your account that you really didn't have to do too much for. So we're looking forward to that. Family reunion is going to be February 15th through the 18th. It is going to be digital, all virtual. We will not be going to Las Vegas like we had anticipated, hence the year of COVID shutting everything down. And that's okay, because if you had the opportunity to attend Mega Camp, which was digital this year, it was amazing. Honestly, it blew me away. I thought, oh, it's going to be a cool Zoom. It was not a Zoom. It was a non-Zoom experience. There was virtual groupings and platform that we joined on. It was very, very neat. They have already released the bundle tickets to the Market Center. So as soon as we get 15, we can purchase a bundle. If you want to be one of those in the $80 ticket, which is right at $109 currently, and it will be going up on the 1st for an individual ticket. So the $80, you're already getting a discount there. And that will lock you into the $80. So as the price increases closer to family reunion, you'll be locked in at the $80. We have a Google sheet, and there are 7 spots left on our first bundle. So take advantage of that. Put your name in there, put the date that you're reserving it. And then once we get 15, we'll buy that bundle and we'll open up another one. So that's pretty exciting. Let's see. Susan, are you with us?
Hi, I am. Hello, Katie Douglas, and you're laughing at me. I was busy doing.
I love it.
Y'all all know I have 2 screens, right? And so when I'm looking over here, I'm clearly doing something else, right? No, I have mentioned this. Katie and I have collaborated. I talked about this on my Path to Getting Paid, and we have been collaborating to create like a closing process, like steps for all the different, like, I guess, scenarios, right? So if you have like a regular like closing, there it is. Yep, there you go. Okay, so we've got the steps in there, and then if you scroll down, we've got steps for what to do if you have an outside referral, and so sending and receiving are listed on there. And then at the bottom, we put the steps for transaction broker, because I know that there's a lot of questions around this. So we tried to spell this out for everyone. It's just another resource for you guys on top of the Trello and the Path to Getting Paid that I'm teaching twice a month. And of course, if you guys see anything that's missing, just let us know. We tried to be really in depth with these steps. So we're going to be emailing that out and putting it in the Google Drive. And also too, just like every other team meeting and every other week and every other day, please update me if you have any changes, to your closings. So your date, your sales price, your commission amount, all of that. Update any address changes for your home address. 1099s are coming. Be looking in January for statements for your bills that you paid, your total for your office bills, which is, you guys can write that off. That's a business expense. For anybody that has been involved in the coaching program, I will include that in there. And this year, I'm giving you guys the option to have your 1099s mailed, or do you want them in your folder? I don't normally ask that. I normally just put a stamp on them and mail them. But I thought, well, you know what? The people that are in the office on a daily, they might like to just come pick it up, because we all know what's happening with the mail, right, guys? We can't trust it. So we don't know we don't know if we're going to get anything. But anyway, so I know Pinnacle, you guys will be mailed unless y'all want to come pick up one day or whatever. But since you're in Prattville, but that's all I've got for today.
That's awesome. And y'all like the image here? I thought that was kind of appropriate for all that we've been through this year, all that Susan at the end of the year, you guys, the end of the month is typically kind of a, get through, get all the reports, transmit. And then at the end of the year, she has to do the same thing for all 12 months. So it's a fun time. I thought this picture was kind of funny.
Like the halo.
Depicting this year. It looks like you bumped your head.
Yeah.
No, I like it looks like she has a halo on.
Probably
Yeah,
not a halo.
That's what that is. And she's always talking about an emotional support pet. So there she goes.
Oh, yes. Anyway, you guys know where I'm at if you have any questions or need anything.
Yeah. And we'll be sharing that out right after team meeting. So this will be a resource for you, again, to add to the many that you have. And hopefully that will bring clarity to any questions that you have. All right. Another announcement we have, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Sarah Little has been announced as our Market Center Tech Trainer. And she will be stepping into that role in 2021. We're really excited about it. Sarah may not even really know what she stepped into, but all of the tech forward market centers really have this person that is that advocate and person that is encouraging others to use the technology, helping out with feature highlights, helping out with new things that are going on. And as those of you that have been on the team meetings that Sarah has piped in and said, hey, I do this in Command, or shared her checklist. She is a early adopter to all things tech, even being new to all of this. I mean, it's not just new to her because she's just now learning it. She just jumped in with both feet. And so I think she's a perfect person to fill this role. So welcome, Sarah. We're so excited to have you. Yay. All righty. We have business planning clinic on the 30th, which is on, through my phone, tomorrow. So tomorrow, 9 to 12, I'll be in the training room teaching business planning clinic. For those of you that have attended this year, we've done it multiple months because I wanted to give everybody an opportunity to really create that business plan that is going to lead to success. We know that if you don't have a goal, you're not aiming towards anything, right? And then if you have a goal and you don't have a plan, you don't have a roadmap to get to your goal. The Business Planning Clinic takes the content from the Millionaire Real Estate Agent and it puts it in practical means, and you get a workbook and you work through and apply your business to the models. It's a very neat class. I think it's very constructive for your business. And I think that those that have taken it, based on feedback I've gotten, have really applied the things that they've learned in the Business Planning Clinic. This is the last one we are doing this year. So please take advantage. If you want to have 2021 start off on the right foot, this will be in person. We are asking that everybody register via Eventbrite. I'll share that in our Facebook group. It'll go out in the email after team meeting today, because we have to have materials printed for every person. So we need to know how many people are coming. So anyway, I hope that you guys plan on attending if you have not already. Anybody that's attended Business Planning Clinic want to give a little feedback and a little review for the class?
I will. So there were lots of great things about that class, but one thing that stuck out really heavily in my mind was going back over the P&L and looking at the cost of doing business, and actually realizing that the cost of business doing business should only be 30%. And just looking at how to do things differently and where to cut costs, because that, when you look at those numbers and you're kind of like, okay, wow, I didn't make that much. No, because it costs money to be in business. So
Right.
I'm figuring out ways to do things differently and more effectively cost-wise.
Right.
So I can keep more of the money that I make.
Exactly. It's about that net income, and your gross commission is not your net. It is not your net. And I don't know, if we need to, apply for this to be a part of the pre-licensed course, but it's mind blowing that that's not something that everybody just knows. Right. So just being very wise and running your business like a business, looking at like Katie's talking about, your expenses and what you're doing to get creative, play red light, green light. If something's not working, stop putting money at it. Looking at your expenses as a return. Are you getting a return on the investment? Every dollar you spend should return you something valuable to you. And that should be more money, right? So are you spending dollars on lead generation tactics that are not getting you leads? It's all about looking at that and looking at it year over year. And the Business Planning Clinic really helps with that. So that's why it's half a day, because you really need to spend that time working on your business. Realtors are really good at working in their business and doing 8 million things at a time, but it's working on that business that's going to set you apart from your average real estate agent. And we've already said there's more agents in the business now than ever, actually more agents than homes being sold. So the competition is steep. And if you want to set yourself apart, here is an opportunity to do that. Alia, are you here? We have Alia. She is one of our wonderful affiliate sponsors, and she's with 210 Home Buyers Warranty. And so for those of you that don't know her, you really need to get to know her. And if you do know her, you love her, and she is here to help us. And so Alia, I'm going to let you talk a few minutes about all the amazing things that 210 offers.
Thank you, Katie. It's so good to see everybody. And I hope you had a great Christmas. We really did. And it ended up being a lot more fun and low key than I thought. So I think we're all really focused on our family this year. And so I kind of wanted to talk to you about that and about family reunion this year. So yes, I'm Alia Uzzer, and I work for 210 Home Buyers Warranty. We are an affiliate partner here with your office, but also with the Southeast region. But we're also strategic partners nationally with KW. So anytime you see a KW event that's big like this one, or Mega Camp, we're going to be one of the big sponsors. So you're definitely going to see us if you attend Family Reunion virtually. We'll be there speaking and talking about our relationship with KW. So year to date, we've paid out over $6 million in home warranty claims to KW clients. So I think I don't bring up those numbers enough, and really drive home that, our relationship means the world to us, and it's certainly mutually beneficial. But we're thinking about 2020, and I've seen everybody and what you've been achieving, and I'm thrilled for you. I see when people cap, I see when you have closings, I see when you have your first closing. And so if we're thinking about where we are in 2020, KW meets you where you are, right? And that's why you ask, why would someone take Bold 3 times, or why would you do this every single time? Wherever you are in your business, that's where KW will meet you and get you to the next level. So we're always talking about next level, but we're thinking about, what does that mean? The business planning clinic, all the resources available to you. If you haven't thought about family reunion, excuse me, if you haven't thought about it, you're going to be able to attend this and get all this information for less than a cost of like one night in a hotel. So it's usually pretty costly. It's something you might wait a few years to do. Don't skip this year. We would love to see you. It's a big part of our relationship with KW. So I encourage everybody, if you haven't looked at what the offerings are, I know Katie's been sharing, what the benefits are. It's a lot of information that you can use to take yourself to the next level in 2021. So I'd love to help you get there. And I'm going to put my information in the chat, and I'll be sending you guys something today. But I'd love to talk about home warranties, how we can protect your clients. And I want to help you grow your business and build your relationships with them. So I'm here as a resource. And I always want you to know that you can reach out anytime, whether it's good or bad. If you have some issues, I'm here to serve you guys and your clients. So I appreciate your partnership, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alia. We really do love you and our partnership together. And honestly, you guys, you'll be sitting across from a client and you're kind of discussing a home warranty and the benefit of having one or asking for one or whatever. And they're always going to have further questions, which is good, right? And we are not home warranty experts. And so we have a trusted partner. We have Alia to call, and she will talk to your client. She will walk them through. She will answer any and all questions that they may have about what the coverage is and what that looks like and how to do a service call. She is wonderful. So take advantage of that, because that's an added value when you're sitting across from a client. That's part of your team that helps you help your client. So just take advantage of it. Don't ignore that. It is a value to you. Trust me, I've used her. She is great to have. And so thank you, Ollie, for joining us. And thank you for being such an advocate of KW and all things home warranty. Let's look at the market. So how's the market in Montgomery, Alabama? And so I pulled this morning, in the last 30 days, we have 309 new listings. Under contract are 542, with 593 closings in the Montgomery area. Now, what does this tell you guys? I want some conversation. What does this say to you?
There's more houses under contract than there are new listings.
There are more houses under contract than there are new listings. Yes, and the separation between the two, if we're looking, we typically look at this month over month. It is becoming, the inventory is becoming smaller. So that gap is becoming wider. So what can we do to ensure that we are guaranteed to be part of that new listings number? This 309, how many of those are your listings? How many of those are our listings? And that's important, because we want to make sure that we're getting to the under contract, that we're getting to the closing. And that's how we are going to provide for our family through this business of real estate. And so this morning, we're going to talk about one of the tactics to look at in the expired. Did you know that December 31st is the biggest day of the year for expired listings? Right? Who has a big expired campaign and lead generation method that they apply this time of the year every year? Does anybody go after expireds?
Yeah, I would say we do. We have an expired letter that I have from KW, and that we send out actually every month. So come January, it'll be a whole lot more to mail out.
Right. So you use a letter. Will you share that letter with us and we can share with others?
We can, yeah. It's part of the KW scripts and all. So But yeah, I can.
Yeah. I think our new Ignite stuff, it has some expired scripts that we're going to kind of go over, but I don't think it included a letter. So if there's a template for that, I would love to see that. Basically, what does that say, Sarah, the letter that you send out? So you pull up the expired listings, you sit down and you write out these letters. What kind of does the letter include?
Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
Okay.
I've got multiple
Sorry to put you on the
standards.
spot. You didn't know you were going to give a presentation this morning.
Expired letter 1 says, now that your property expired, you probably have more agents calling you than you heard from the entire time you were on the market. Each one promising they can get your property sold or that they have a buyer for your property. And you're probably thinking, where were you when my property was on the market the whole time? It is convenient that all the agents come out of the woodworks now that your home is off market. But it's not a coincidence. Some of the agents you're hearing from make an entire career off of just going after listings that have expired. Some are new and desperate to find any business they can, and some probably just took a course on how to get more business by going after expired listings. I'm none of the above. I just make it a point to try and protect people who have expired from making a rash decision and moving forward too quickly. Here's my 2 cents. Take a break from the market for a while. Don't just relist your home right away. Breathe, regroup, make a thoughtful, educated decision on how to move forward. And I'll help you do that, whether you relist with me, the same agent you worked with previously, or an entirely different agent. I'll be sending you a series of 7 letters to help you make a good, solid decision on your approach moving forward. Hoping to help, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. No, it's not a, hey, I'm trying to relist your house, but it's trying to gain their trust right away. And the next 7 letters will give them more education, more tips. So basically, it's just gaining their trust so that they will relist with them.
So this letter is basically a touch, and you do it monthly on anybody that's expired, saying, you know, take time, interview, so that you can come into that relationship and they begin to trust you. So yeah. I like that. Does anybody else have a tactic they do on expireds regularly that's worked well for them? Thank you for sharing, Sarah.
I would love to tell you that I use this regularly, but this is a great script. When you call people, you say, hi, this is Katie Douglas. I'm not really sure if you can help me. Who am I speaking with? So role play with me, somebody.
Okay. This is Katie Woodard.
Hey, Katie. So I was just calling. I was curious, is your house still on the market?
Yes, it is.
It is. Okay. Well, you probably don't know this, but it's not currently listed in MLS. So your house is really not for sale anymore. Were you aware of that?
No.
Wow. Okay. Well, Katie, the reason why I was calling is because I just wanted to let you know is what I do is I specialize in selling homes that didn't sell the first time. So I was just wondering, when are you going to interview for another agent to get your home sold?
Today. I need to get it listed today.
Awesome. Okay, great. Well, I got an appointment here at 1 o'clock or 1:30. Which works better for you?
1:30 would be better.
Okay. Is there anything in particular that I need to bring with me when I come to visit with you?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I look forward to working with you, and I look forward to providing some information for you, and so we can get your home sold.
Awesome.
The key is telling them that you specialize in getting homes sold that didn't sell the first time. Mm-hmm. See, because I didn't give you any options. Are you going to go with the same realtor or any of that stuff?
Yeah. And you were very direct, and you can see how the 2 approaches, one with a letter kind of introducing is more of a soft relationship, and Katie's was direct. It was a closing the deal. I want to get this appointment. I'm very intentional about it. When can I come and what should I bring?
That was a Bill Crespo class that I took.
Really?
Yes.
Awesome. I like that. But I'm stuttering. That your expertise is getting a home sold that didn't sell the first time. So that's a great tactic to use as well. Anybody else have one they want to share?
Well, Katie, at this time, I know, like Adam was saying, a lot of homes expire at the end of December or the 1st of January. And I just call and I say, Happy New Year, Mr. Smith. How are you? And I've noticed that you get more conversation when you directly call people by name, and just saying Happy New Year. They are thinking this is somebody that I know. They're less likely yeah, they're less likely to hang up. And so I kind of just do the Happy New Year thing and just kind of go from there.
Awesome. Well, I've got some scripts here and I will, of course, share them. The ones I just pulled today quickly were from the Ignite packet that we have. So if you've taken Ignite or if you're going to be taking Ignite, which starts January 4th, all of these scripts are included. So let's see. There's quite a few reasons and objections that you're going to hear if you call somebody with an expired. What are some of the objections you think you're going to hear? When you say, I'm curious, why do you think that your home didn't sell the first time? They're going to have a reason. What would that be?
Because the agent didn't do anything.
I had a bad agent. So here is an objection handler for that. Unfortunately, I hear that a lot. My job is to really listen and to address your needs and provide you with professional guidance and assistance during the entire process. But the real benefit to you is a sold house. Can you tell me more about your experience with your previous agent? And the reason is not to bash the agent, right? It's not about the agent. It's about them listening for what they say. Oh, my agent just came and put a sign in the yard and then nothing else happened. Well, that's the perfect answer for you to come in and say, here's the marketing I provide. Here's how I'm going to get your home sold. You fill in the gaps that they provide, right? That's handling an objection, hearing what they say. They're saying my agent, didn't even put it on MLS or didn't have any good photography. Well, what do you say to that? Well, I'm in partnership with a phenomenal professional photographer. We're going to get your home not only listed and beautiful photography on the MLS, it's going to go to our website. It's going to go to our app. We're going to push out social media campaigns, right? You can fill that gap with value, but you have to know what it is. Another thing you're going to hear is, well, we decided we're just going to sell it ourselves, right? You guys hear that sometimes, right? It went expired. We tried the realtor route. Now we're going to try to sell it ourselves. So here's an objection handler. I can certainly understand your frustration. However, even though it may seem to save you money, a recent National Association of Realtors survey found that homes sold by an agent sell for an average of 13% more than those sold by their owners. Furthermore, a good agent is also going to save you a lot of trouble with their knowledge of disclosure requirements, sources of financing, contracts, and by showing your home. Let me tell you about how my services can get your home sold. And that's where you fill in the blanks with your value proposition, your marketing plan, how you are going to make sure that their home is sold. Let's see. You're going to also come across those that are not quite sure what to do. They're like, well, I got to regroup and this, that, and the other. And actually, you saw that with Sarah's letter. That was an advisement, right? But that's just, again, a tactic, because her tactic is not to say, oh, you could just take it away. What is the end goal of sending out those letters? Is to get the listing. It's just a strategy and how she's going about building that relationship. So when you come across a seller that is frustrated because their home did not sell, they let that contract expire. Some people may not even know their contract has expired. When Katie called, I had no idea. I thought I was still under, a listing agreement, right? Because they're not paying attention necessarily to that. So here's what you can say to that and handle that objection. There are usually 4 reasons homes don't sell: price, condition, marketing, or the professional handling of the job. How do you feel the home was priced? So you're asking the questions here. And they're going to say, oh, it was priced perfectly. It was priced below the house that just sold down the street. Whatever it is, they're going to give you an answer, right? How do you feel the home was promoted? Right? And they're going to say, oh, well, this, that, and the other, this is what happened. How well does the home show? And they're going to say, oh, well, it's lovely. Or they may say, I really do need a little that last agent did tell me I should clean the carpets and do a little this, that, and the other. So that could be your answer, right? So you know that you're gonna have to come in from that. They need to do some decluttering, maybe some staging. Did your agent provide a great service? Again, it's not to bash the agent, but it's to hear what their perspective of what that agent did so that you can find the gaps and you can fill in the gaps with your value. And so you just want to always address your value and listening to their perspective and their experience. Don't just talk over them and go, well, I'm going to get your home sold, blah, blah, blah. That's not any value to them. You want to hear what they're saying and respond so that you can come from contribution based on what they're saying their experience was. And then some people are going to decide to wait before listing. So this is where you can come in, and this is a longer objection handler, but I'm going to kind of just highlight it. This kind of is play on that script that Katie was saying earlier. Just out of curiosity, if you did sell, where are you moving to? They're going to respond. You're going to say, why is that important? What would it do for you and your family if you had moved? If I could show you a way to make it happen, would you be interested? And they're going to say, oh yeah, awesome. And then it says, I specialize in getting homes sold that should have sold. Even the best houses don't sell the first time, and it can take a new approach and new ideas to get houses sold. When can I stop by and spend 15 minutes to show you why so many homeowners choose me to sell their house? Right? You're going to switch to one tactic in scripting is switching when you're talking to the seller from home to house. And you can interchange property because you want to get them away from that emotional response to when they're talking about their home, because they may be more resistant if you're saying your home, your home, your home, your home. When you switch it over to house, it becomes a little more distant. They can step away from it emotionally and have a conversation around it. I'm going to reshare these expired scripts from the Ignite pack. I'm sure that the Ignite booklet, the toolkit is inside of our Facebook group already, but I'm going to email it out and share it in our Facebook group as well, so you guys can have the ones we talked about this morning. The MLS expired stats for the last 30 days, there are 92 new expireds, and we haven't hit the end of the year now, right? And then over the last 180 days, there are 549 expireds. So should you add expired lead generation to your current lead generation methods if you are looking to get more listings?
Hey, Katie, can I say something about when you're talking to them about their previous experience?
Yes, please.
A lot of times they're going to say, well, my agent never showed the house. And so what I love to tell them is well, when we sit down and we talk about our marketing plan, I'll go over all that with you. But what I basically tell them is during the interview, I tell them, hey, look, if I'm doing my job, I may never show the house, because my job is to market it to the 20% of realtors that are actively working with buyers who are qualified that can get in their home. And so it makes more sense for me to market it to other realtors versus me actually spending my time showing it. Yes, I can show it. I will show it. But the reality of it is I'm going to spend more of my time marketing it to other agents that are selling.
Right. And that's your role as the listing agent. And that makes the distinction between you and a selling agent. You are the listing professional. That puts you in that perspective. I'm glad that because that is something somebody's going to go, well, no one ever showed it. That's really not the job of the listing agent, right? That's the selling agent job. So that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. When you speak with a seller that has had their home expire off the market, so you want to feature your value. We've talked about this. If you don't know your unique value proposition, that again is something that we address in Ignite and help you create in the Ignite. You want to talk about your real estate marketing strategy. If you don't have a real estate marketing strategy, develop one. If you don't have one and you don't know how to develop one, Ignite. We cover that in Ignite, don't we, Vicki? Yes, we do. And then your goal for the listing. So what is your goal when you take that expired listing? To get it sold. So you're going to cover, this is my goal. I'm going to get your house sold and my goal is to net you this amount of money, right? Or to net you the most money possible from listing this home and selling it. And that your value and your marketing is going to get that done. That's the whole point of the conversation, is to give them confidence in the value that you're going to provide and set yourself apart by bringing so much value. Let me read you guys real quick from the Shift book. If you don't have the Shift book, now is a great time to get them. I think they had them on Amazon for $5 a piece recently, or you can get the audio book or whatever. It's so great. It is so great. So tactic 4 in the Shift book is find the motivated. So it says, it starts off with, if your ship doesn't come in, swim out to it. And if you're thinking about finding the motivated, I want you guys to think about sellers whose listings have expired. If you're looking out at the consumer, just the general consumer, that person may or may not be motivated to buy and sell. You don't know, right? Someone that has their home for sale by owner, they're motivated, and you could think about them with having one hand raised. They're saying, I want to put my home on the market, okay? But if you have a seller that has a contract or a listing agreement that has been expired, right? That's someone with two hands up. They put their home on the market and they're willing to cooperate and work with a realtor. Those are motivated individuals that we should be in conversation with, so that we can then convert them to our listing and we can take advantage and help them. So buyers and sellers get thrown in for a loop, and they in turn throw the market for one. What felt like an unlimited supply of buyers and sellers suddenly feels very limited. Does that feel familiar to anybody? Mm-hmm. Abundance quickly shifts to scarcity. But just because the market has moved from more to less doesn't necessarily mean you have to. As leads become fewer, you must recognize the situation and make a more concerted effort to generate them. You can't sit back. You must be more rigorous and resolute in your lead generation than ever before, and more so than anyone else. In fact, now is the time to shift your lead generation activities into the highest gear possible. And then I'm going to read a couple little segments that I thought were really great. This is from, again, Tactic 4 in Shift. Let's face fact. Lead generating to find potential customers just might not be your favorite business subject. If you're like most, it probably isn't why you got into real estate. And it isn't something that gets you excited to go to work every day. The truth, however, is that you actually got into two businesses. You got into helping people with their real estate needs, and you got into the lead generation business. Stop doing what doesn't work. When you have fewer leads than you need, you really have a problem you can't ignore. You need to identify what works and what doesn't work. And then you need to know how to build an effective lead generation program that helps you meet your lead goal. So as you guys are looking at the end of the year, the beginning of the year, and we know that this is a time that more expired listings are shown than ever. You guys need to come in with an action plan and a strategy to take advantage of this opportunity and this window that you have to reach out to as many as possible and get your unfair share of the listings, so you can roll into January with more listings than anybody else. So we can be in this top number here, right? Because that's vitally important to our livelihoods, that we are part of that new listing number. No matter what the market's doing, we are going to stand our ground, and we are going to be the best that we can be and the most professional that we can be. Does anybody have any feedback or ahas or anything from our expired topic this morning? Did you guys enjoy that? You look riveted. Who is going to put together a plan to call expireds over the next few days?
Mhm.
Awesome. I mean, this number right here in the last 180 days, the 549, floored me. I can't imagine what it would be for the year. Especially, guys, knowing one thing we're probably going to hear too is a lot about this pandemic. So what can we go ahead and address when we speak to somebody? That we can help them safely, that we use technology, that we can do virtual showings, we can do virtual open houses, we could do virtual appointments, right? You want to go ahead and include that in part of what you're going to share with them, because what you guys may not realize is what you guys do on the daily at your best may not be the average of what they've seen, right? Not everybody's talking about virtual. Not everybody's talking about being safe. So be sure that you're using these things that you have at your disposal and that you know how to do, and realize that that is something that's going to set you apart. Okay, off the soapbox. Just really passionate about you guys getting your unfair share. Can you tell? All right, so we are still doing the end of the year special. I have shared this into our Facebook group where there is this image that you can share with your co-op agent, and then this script. Again, of course, it includes, I can tell you how much capping earning 100% has meant to me. If you have not capped, don't include that line. Or you can send that image with something, you're on your own words about how excited you are and how you have a special invitation for them. And anybody that we've done a co-op deal with so far this year, we sent them a little something special in the mail, thanking them for doing business with us. And so that's just something that you may hear some of your co-op people talking about. Hey, I got something from y'all's office. Just know that that's what went out. We want to be the best co-op agents that we can be. And so we're always thankful for those that are in great partnership with us. And this is a profit share tactic that we've been sharing this month. We're going to be doing that month over month, sharing with you guys different ways to approach co-op agents, people interested in getting real estate, so that you guys can grow your downline. That's important to us, and that's important to your 2021 ALC. I'm speaking for them, of course, but I've spoken to them about this, so I know. All right, Command Tours. If you have not taken time to do this, and maybe you're not as familiar with Command as some others, you log into Command via agent.kw.com or command.kw.com, and this little purple box will give you a tour. Basically, you click through, you click the little guided tour, and it will show you the different features and what the features do. So if you want a quick little kind of, here's where everything is, and you haven't had a time to attend maybe some of the trainings or the Scott Leroy videos, this is a great quick little feature that you can look into. And then today at 4:00, we are going to do another goal setting session. This is showing you how to put your goals into Command. And it's actually very neat. They have updated it from last year. And it's just really cool how you put in your numbers. Basically, you're going to use the numbers from attending business planning clinic or numbers goal that you set, your net income, and it's going to help you reverse engineer it to tell you how many appointments you need to go on, down to how many leads you need to have. So if you're going, what are y'all talking about? I don't know if I have enough leads. What is all that? This is how you find it out. You put it into this awesome feature of goals in Command dashboard. And every time you log into Command and every time you submit an opportunity and you do a commission, it's going to update into this Command. So as you can see it, this is kind of a screenshot of me setting the goals for myself. Now I don't use mine as a sales pipeline, right? Because I don't sell. But what I've done here is said my profit goal is $1 million. I want to be a millionaire agent. To do that, we know that the gross commission has to be 2.5, and it's going to track that all throughout the year, down to the point that it's going to say, you're not on track this month, you need some more leads. So that allows you to say, oh, I need to make an adjustment, and I need to either be adding people to my database, I need to either be touching my database, something's got to change so that you can be on track to hit your goal. It is very neat. We will be doing that today at 4:00. It shouldn't take any more than 30 minutes to show you how to kind of walk through and do that together, okay? That will be via Zoom. And then the last—
Okay, is that gonna be recorded?
the one we did the other day was recorded, and I can record today's. Yes. So
Okay,
it's
I
a
just,
YouTube channel from last week if you want to check that out.
all right,
You-
cool, thanks.
I mean, you can get in there and play around with it. It's really pretty self-explanatory. But I'm just doing this to kind of highlight and show the features of it. It's really not complicated. So even if
Alright.
you yourself took some time and played around, I think you could probably figure it out.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
Just to mention really quickly, the January calendar will be coming out soon. One important thing that's going to be happening in January is we're starting Ignite again. This time it will be in the morning. Vicki, do you want to speak more about the Ignite?
Well, I was just gonna say, they've heard you say it on this business call quite a few times. And for those of you that have not taken it, and even for those of you that have, you cannot take it too many times. You're always gonna hear something that you missed, maybe the first or the second time. So please join us on Ignite starting January the 4th.
Yes. And it literally, I mean, we say this, it just kind of seems like, oh, that's just a class, but you literally learn how to handle a customer, turn them into a client, work with them as a buyer, work with them as a seller, do marketing content, set your goals, work with your
Yep.
financing. It goes through the entire kind of, if you starter kit, right? You want to
Prospecting, yep. Prospecting, open house, the whole 9 yards.
and you come away with resources that you can come
Yeah.
back to. So please take the time. It's 1 hour segments. If you can't, for some reason, attend the 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. window, we offered last quarter the 6 to 7 p.m. Time slot because that's something we were told we needed, and yet no one really took advantage of that. Thanks, Justin. But nobody else really took advantage of that window. So we're offering it now, 9 to 10. If you can't do that 1 hour, come back and watch the recorded sessions, okay? Because it is full of value. I'm not even kidding. It is so full of value. And if you're out there trying to figure it out on your own and you feel a little like discombobulated, start attending these Ignite sessions, guys. We have some pre-recorded now in the YouTube channel. So if you've got some time over the holidays and you won't be able to attend in January, go ahead and start watching those. It's 1 hour at a time. It's great content. It will help you out tremendously. Take advantage of it.
And we're gonna try to have different instructors that'll be doing the different classes of Ignite. And the great thing about that is you hear different agents' experiences as they've encountered these different things.
Yeah, you get everybody's different perspective on that for sure. And we'll be doing it quarterly. So just go ahead and take advantage and do it in January. You will not regret it. So the January calendar will be coming out. Be looking forward to that. And I appreciate you guys. Deandra, are you still here or did you float away?
I'm here.
Where are you at?
Can you see me?
Yay. Everybody say hey to Deandra Morgan. She was with us before at the front desk position, and she is coming back to help us out. Regimia is getting her license activated and going to focus on building her sales business. And so we're excited to see Dee back. So
Yes. Welcome back, Dee.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
just wanted everybody to see her face, see who she was, so no one would be like, what is going on? We just want to make sure everybody knows we love her. If you've been here before when she was here,
Yes.
she's very easy to love. Susan, what were you about to say?
I was gonna say, if you need anything, CD.
Yeah, see me, D.
Okay, we thought we were really clever with that. I'm just going to let you
Yes.
All right. Bye, guys. Happy New Year. I hope to see you
Same to you.
in Business Planning Clinic, but that is it for the year. That's all we got. That's all she wrote. Farewell. Good riddance. Love y'all. January 5th, we'll be having our year wrap up. So we will be looking at the end of the year, what we did, what we accomplished, all the records we broke. Be sure to attend that business meeting. See you guys later. Bye, everybody.